June is International Men's Mental Health Month. Now I know here in the UK that month is November, which is why we do Movember. But with it being International Men's Mental Health Month, I thought I would take the opportunity to spread a message of hope and of support for anybody on my feeds or who might stumble across this video who may be struggling. Suicide is the leading killer of men under the age of 50 here in the UK, and that is an absolutely frightening stat. NHS research suggests that 1 in 8 men, which equates to around 12.5%, will experience some form of mental health crisis in their lifetime. These figures are far too high, and men still are not talking enough about their problems. I'm getting to the age now personally, I'm 30 years of age, where I'm seeing more and more friends of friends, etc., taking their own lives because they think that that is the only way out. There was a guy who I went to school with a couple of years above me who was one of the nicest men you would ever meet. He saw that as the only way out, and it's a damn shame that men feel that that is the only way out. With that said, I reached out to a few of my friends to give an insight into their mental health journeys, what they find helps them cope, if they have a message of support for any men out there who are struggling, and a few of them got back to me. So with that said, here's what they had to say.
Alright lads, name's Joel. Men's Mental Health Month this month. Just a quick one for anybody that's struggling. A lot of people struggle. You're not alone in this position. A lot of people struggle, and it is easier to speak out, speak to people, speak to friends, family. Somebody will always be there for you. If you don't feel like you can speak to friends or family, there is great places like Andy's Man Club, for instance. You have Mind charity that supports mental health, and if you're local to the northeast, you also have Space Northeast. Please do not suffer alone. There's always somebody there for you. Cheers, boys.
So I'm Ryan, and my message for Men's Mental Health Month for people struggling is basically just try and get as much routine, structure, movement in your life. Try and set yourself goals, even that be if they're little goals and you don't like going to the gym, you don't like running, that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be. Just literally get out the house, get some sunshine, and it could be just 10,000 steps. That could be your goal at first, but then once you do that, it builds up to something else and something else and something else. It gives you that momentum, gives you that confidence. And that's what helps me anyway, having structure. Before I wouldn't have that, and I would just do silly things like getting pissed every weekend and just doing just things that is generally not me. But to get a kind of buzz from it, which is the wrong kind of buzz. But what's really helped me recently is box some of the lads. So we'll meet up before the session even starts, we'll have a big crack on, and subconsciously we're just talking about all our issues. It's kind of just a great release. But yeah, always remember there's people there, people who want to listen. If you've got issues there, it's a release to get out, and you'll feel much better after it.
Hello, I'm Dick, 32. So for me, I think men don't open up enough, I think, because it goes back to school, where sort of like we had our friendship groups there, and they were there every single day, your mates, and you'd be checking in, just, you know, hanging around. Whereas now, I think we've all grown up a little bit and you've got families. I think you forget the fact that your mates were there every single day, whereas now they're not there every single day because you've got work and other commitments. So I think just a little message every now and then to your mates, just to say, hello mate, how you doing? Or, you know, make plans and just, yeah, check in, make sure that people's good.
Hi people, I'm Jax, I'm 26 and I suffer a bit from anxiety and depression. I've been asked by one of my good friends to pass a message forward to any men struggling with mental health, as it is International Men's Mental Health Week. That's a tongue twister and a half. So my message to anyone who is struggling is, first of all, reach out to someone. No one wants to see you struggle. But second is find a release for your emotions. Find something that makes you feel good, that makes you feel like you're shining. For me, that's making music and boxing with my mates. Like, it brings out the best of me, but you need to find something that works for you, whether that's sitting on your games console all night, boxing, making music, going for a run, going for a bike ride, climbing mountains. Whatever works for you, find it and stick with it. But yeah, no one's alone either. Remember that. Bosh.
So, as you heard from some of the lads there, you never have to struggle on your own. Reach out to your friends, your family, reach out to any of us. I'll tag the guys below. And there's a little saying that I always use, which I read somewhere a fair few years ago now, I can't remember where, but it is that I would rather listen to your problems than attend your funeral. And with that said, again, I can't stress enough, reach out. There is help there available. You never have to suffer alone. Cheers.